quiz, bring it up. All right, how many answers will we have on number 2? Look at it. Got 3 answers. What's unique about this one? Every number has an x in common. So what are we supposed to do? Take an x out. So let's do that first, and it will look like that. Write that down. This is how you do number 2 and number 3. We have the same type problems. All right, so now we got to find 3 answers. What's your first answer going to be from this x right here? That's x equals 0. That's how you get your extra answer. How do we find our remaining answers? What do we do? Do quadratic formula from those 3 numbers. Do it, let's see what you get. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'll be right there. Hang on, let me finish this up. So, we've got 8 plus or minus 64 minus 4 times 3 times, don't shut down on me right now. What's that? Negative 7 over 3. Somebody check me on that. Okay. So look, you had to find 3 answers. 1, 2, 3. All right, again, that's how you do number 2 and number 3. All right, I'm going to give you a second to finish 3, and then I'll go over. It's okay, you can finish it up in a minute. Let's go to number 4. All right, 4 and 5 are the same kind of problems, and I think these are the hardest ones on the test Thursday. All right, how many answers are we going to find on number 4? You got to find 4. So right away, I know I can't do quadratic formula. You can only do that if it's x squared. All right, so I'm going to start off by moving my 16 over. All right, I can do that. Minus 16 equals 0. All right, now we got to factor this out. All right, so Hunter, we try to factor it. What goes here and here? Good, x2 and x2. Now, when I see 16, I'm thinking 4 times 4, right? But that's not going to work. How come? Because 4 plus 4 gives you 8, and 4 minus 4 gives you 0. So that is not going to work. So what's my only other option? Somebody said it. What was it, 8 and 2? All right, which one gets the positive? Which one gets the negative? Good. So it's plus 8 minus 2. That's how you get 6. All right, so we're good so far. What's next? Got to move plus 8 over. That makes this one negative 8. I got to move negative 2 over. That makes it positive 2. Write them down. All right, well, now what? We got to get rid of the square, guys. We got to take a square root. All right, well, look, right away I look and I see, okay, I got a negative. I got to bring out an I for that one, but I can still put 8 in the calculator. Hit the program button, see if it's simplified. So y'all do that and let's see if it simplifies root 8. Program, enter twice, put in 8. How's it simplified, James? So this is going to be plus or minus 2i root 2. That's the left side. Anybody got a question how I went from here to here on the calculator? All right, so now we do the right side the same way. Take the square root. I would hit program, and I would try to simplify root 2. I don't think that one's going to simplify, though. So it's just plus or minus root 2. All right, so we had to get 4 answers. Do we have 4 answers? We do. I got a positive 2i root 2. I got a negative 2i root 2. I got a positive root 2 and a negative root 2. So we have our 4 answers. We just can leave them like this. You don't have to do that extra work. All right, so I showed you 4. The hope is you can do 5 now by yourself. All right, so we're going to factor this one out the same way we did number 4. So it's x2 and x2. All right, which factors are we going to use for 40? If you guys forgot, do y'all remember how to use your calculator? For it to show you which factors are 40, right? You hit your y equals button. 40 divided by x, and then hit table, which is right above graph, and it tells me, and this one's actually messed up, but I did it earlier, and it showed me like 4 different options, and we're going to choose 8 times 5, right? All right, so which one's positive, which one's negative? Minus 8 plus 5. Everybody understand that? All right, what's the next step? Move it over. Good. So I got x squared equals 8, and x squared equals negative 5. All right, write them down. All right, what's the last step right here? Square root. What's the square root of 8? Y'all just put that in there a minute ago. What was it? 2 root 2. So this one's plus or minus 2 root 2. What about this one? When you take the square root of negative 5, bring out an I, plus or minus I root 5. Those are your 4 answers for number 5. Now we're going to do one more problem. We're going to shut it down. We're going to do number 6. All right. Question here before we go to 6. All right. Number 6 is unique because it's the only problem that we've had when you've got a square root of x in the middle. So how do I start off factoring this problem? Good. Square root of x, square root of x. Okay, what can we multiply that's going to give us 14? Which one's positive, which one's negative? Good. Positive 7 minus 2. All right, write them down. What's next? Good. Move plus 7 over across the equal sign. It makes it negative 7. Move minus 2 over across the equal sign. Makes it positive 2. All right, so now we got to get rid of the square root symbol. So now we're going to square both sides. If you square that in your calculator with parentheses around it, you're going to get 49 here. 2 squared is 4 there. All right, so remember, these type problems with the square root in the middle are the only ones where you have to check them to see which answers get marked out. Which ones get marked out up here? Why? If it's got a negative before you square it, you're going to toss it. All right, so we're going to shut it down right there. If you guys aren't finished with the quiz, you can finish it later.